We are going to use a tool called Jamovi. It is a specialist tool for statistical analytics. And we're going to use the free version, which has some restrictions, but it's available on the browser, which means we don't need to download anything and we don't need to pay anything while we're learning. You'll have a 45-minute session each time on the free version, which we believe is plenty to be able to complete the assessment. When you open it up, you have the variables here and your output will be displayed on the right. I'm going to open a file. Here we have the usual new, open, save and export. When you click open, we have an additional option, which is the data library. This contains some preloaded data sets if you'd like to practice further. I'm going to upload a file from my computer. Before I start any analysis, I want to understand what is normal, what is baseline. So I'm going to look at how to overlay a normal distribution curve on top of a sample of the data, and then pull some summary statistics using this tool. Let's start under Analyses, and we're going to click Exploration on the left, and I would like to see Descriptives. This opens a screen where you have your variables on the left and a panel where you can drag them into. Drag a continuous variable over to your variables panel. Come down here to Statistics, expand Statistics, and just make sure that the mean is checked, which it should be. The standard deviation is checked, and I'm also going to get the variance value. Then I'd like to see what this looks like. So come down to Plots and expand that menu. And then we're going to tick Histogram. And I would like to see the normal curve distributed, so I'm going to tick Density Plot. And you can see, because this is a small sample, we've got some bumps in our data, but in general, it is normally distributed. We can visually inspect our curve and see how closely it matches the theoretical bell curve. And then we can check our mean value and our standard deviation values. The variance is simply the standard deviation squared. The variance can give us an idea of the total dispersion in squared units, and then the standard deviation brings it back to the actual measure that the original units were in. In this case, it's a GMAT score. Together, these can give us a more complete picture.